All right, so I did someone's hair today, and we ended up hanging out after. We had dinner and we watched a movie. And she was telling me how much she enjoyed stupid shark movies. She was like, "Oh, I love Sharktopus, and I love the Sharknadoes, and I love just kind of kicking back and throwing on the dumbest fucking shark movies out there, or alligator movies, any of those sci-fi original type things. She eats those up." And I was like, all right, those typically aren't my bag, but you know what? Fuck it. Like, it's a horror flick. I'm watching it with somebody. I don't get to watch movies with people very often. So I was like, all right. So we came back here, and I was like, you know what? I've always wanted to see Shark Lake with Dolph Lundgren. Dolph in versus Shark. Um, and so we threw it on, and essentially a bull shark gets into a lake, and it starts kind of wreaking havoc. And there's a lot of homages to the Jaws franchise within this. They do it a little more subtly. Here's the problem with the movie. The movie's terrible. The problem with the movie is that it tries to take itself seriously, like extremely seriously, but it never is able to achieve any level of seriousness to it. There's so many times within the film that we were laughing, like we're having a good time. And she actually was like, "What the fuck, you put on a terrible movie?" And I'm like, "You said you like terrible fucking shark movies." She's like, "Yeah, but this is terrible, terrible." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right. This is not entertaining." And she was right. Like, at least with the Sharknado movies, at least with the Sharktopus, or, Sharkensaw Prison Massacre, or fucking Raiders of the Lost Shark, or House Shark, or these dumbass movies that they make with sharks in them. At least they're trying to have fun. At least, maybe they're not succeeding, but at least they're not taking themselves seriously. At least they're, just throwing gags at the screen, and if you're into it, or if you're high, or whatever the hell it is that appeals to you of it, it's trying for something in a comedic way. In a film like this, it's this whole, like, Dolph Lundgren goes to prison in the opening for 5 years. The sheriff in town, or, well, I guess maybe she's a deputy. She's for the sheriff's office, whatever. She takes custody of his kid. He gets out of jail. And then he, of course, wants to see his kid again. She wants nothing. She wants him to have nothing to do with her. But they don't really play off that much until the very end. Like, they do and they don't. I just didn't feel anything there. I didn't feel the connection between the chick sheriff and the daughter as the mom. I didn't feel any connection between Dolph Lundgren and his daughter. The whole idea of, like, this opening versus, like, these guys coming after him because they want their shark, and so he goes out there. There's very little Dolph Lundgren in this movie. Like, I feel like they couldn't afford him. So he maybe shows up in like 20 minutes of the movie. We mostly focus on the main girl, who's a very beautiful girl, and her performance is okay. Like, everyone's performance in this, for the most part, is just like okay. It's better than fucking Sharknado or anything like that. So it's like a step above that, but I was not really saying much. I didn't even intend to give this a review, to be completely honest, but I said, oh, fuck it. We watched it. I might as well just throw up a review. I was doing Shark Week like maybe 2-3 weeks ago. I did some Sharknadoes. I need to get back to those. I just can't seem to find the interest to do it, even though I was kind of enjoying them. It's just like, should I watch, this, which actually looks good, or should I watch fucking Sharknado? And of course, I always end up picking this thing over here. But with this one, I just could not connect to anything. I couldn't. There's no humor, almost at all, except for like unintentional humor. Like this guy on a jet ski, that actually made me laugh out loud. I will say I had a moment, and her and I were like real close in that moment, and then like I laughed so hard, like in her ear, I felt fucking bad because I was just like, whoa, like it comes out of absolutely nowhere and it makes zero sense. And I laughed so hard. Fuck, man, that was brutal. Nothing about the movie is interesting. Nothing about the movie is unique. Nothing about the movie is engaging. Nothing about the movie. But see, this is the thing. If you're going to make a dumb shark movie, play with it. Have fun. If you're going to try to make a serious shark movie, actually make a good movie. Like, when you're doing serious, you really have to up your game. So I know a lot of people like do, spoof type things or parodies or whatever, because they're like, well, I can't really make a good movie. So they don't have the balls to attempt a serious film. I know a lot of people, like friends of mine, who they always make these like shitty movies so that they can kind of fall back on like, well, I mean, it's supposed to be dumb. I mean, it's not supposed to be good. You're just not getting it. But with movies like this, you don't really have that to fall back on. So you do have to kind of bring your best game you have, you know. And you got Dolph Lundgren, and the film looks pretty decent. The CG and all the stuff with the sharks is horrible. There's actually a scene where a guy's swimming, like he's like, you know, not snorkeling, but diving with fucking tanks on. I don't even diving, whatever. He's fucking down there with the tank on, and it's green screened, so it looks like he's just kind of waving his arms and he's going towards the shark. That scene, oh my god, dude! I was like, are you guys kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? Like, whoa, why? How bad was that? And yeah, all the CG, all the stuff with the shark. There's like blood spray CG stuff. There's like water's all CG when it's rippling. Like, oh, this deserves the 3 point whatever the fuck it has on IMDb. What a shame, man. Because Dolph Lundgren made a horror flick recently around the same time as Shark Lake called Don't Kill It with Mike Mendez, and it's fucking fantastic. Fantastico. And then I don't know if he follows it up or whatever, but he made this, and this is an embarrassment, man. He needs to make a Don't Kill It 2. I'd love to see a franchise of Don't Kill It. That's what he needs to focus his attention on. But I'll tell you this, man, that's one good-looking man. For his age, holy shit, this guy's like 60. He's still fucking... I was looking at him and I was like, dude, I hope I look that good when I'm even 50. Jesus Christ. I hope I look that good tomorrow. Like, he looks incredible. Wow. He's aged super, super well. But his script picking has not aged very well. So, yeah. Not like he ever made that many great movies. I mean, Universal Soldier, which is probably my favorite movie. The Punisher movie that he's in is pretty fun. And, of course, Rocky IV, which is my favorite Rocky. And, you know, he's fun in the Expendables movies, and that like I Come in Peace, I think they call it like Dark Angel now. I haven't seen that movie in forever. I gotta review that thing, man. I gotta pick up I think they did like a Scream Factory release. I'm gonna actually look that up on Amazon right as I get off. Fuck it, I'm gonna get off right now and go look for that. Adios.